It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. And it's all up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
Cavante Turpin on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Dak going to put it up right away. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. Joe Tryon Shoyinka maneuvering in there to bring his man down.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. The throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself. Their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback. And, of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Browns first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll look to throw. Back over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy Cup.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
So a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. So after 1, it's the Browns with the advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. Down the sideline, inside the 25. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things. Turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Go play action. It's Prescott. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll try to run for it, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. They'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that is incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And their lead will stay right where it is.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's Ferguson, the tight end. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Prescott now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Dak facing 3rd and long. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Oh, the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. This throw left is complete with Judy. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll take this down to the 23. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. They bring Judy in motion. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Browns.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This one fielded at the 15. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough, and they convert on 3rd down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll try the right side this time. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And a nice job, they pick it up. 1st down, the march continues. They're at the 41-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he will score. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are back in this one. It's 17-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll begin here on the ground. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll turn and hand this one off. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns up their lead. It's now 24-7. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, it's Dak. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give up the middle. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to. Traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Now a return coming from the 14. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Prescott again. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Second down, Prescott. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
That is caught by the tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the...
And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On second down, they run the counter. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. We'll talk things over before third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Prescott now. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the 1st down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.